Okay, everybody, here we are again. I'm out, this is a large property that the state's got me trying to do a little predator management. We got some coyotes and red foxes and gray foxes running around here. So I'm going to be setting a flat set or bone set here. And the way the layout is this is heavy thorn brush, but there's a series of about 6 or 7 trails that come through this little opening here. So I chose a landmark to block essentially one side of the set, try to direct them around the front. You'll see here this is my own stake driver. I build my own earth anchors, so I had to create my own driver here. What I did was I drove it into the ground first, make sure I wasn't going to run into any obstructions, roots, something like that. And then I dug out a small set hole the size of the trap around the stake. That way I know I'm good to go. All the dirt I put onto my sifter, which my preference of a sifter is actually is a 12 by 12 little grill plate with slightly smaller than 1/4 inch holes. I just attach it to my bag. What I like to use for coyotes and foxes, a lot of people will use 3s or 4s. What I've done with all my traps is they're heavily modified. If you see here, essentially I have a Duke 1 3/4 here. I added the quad spring, which makes the trap plenty powerful to hold coyotes. I've held even larger than coyotes before. And then I laminate the jaws. And the reason why I laminate the jaws is to have a larger catch area so that you won't, it holds them more securely. You're not as likely to break the foot bone. I put shock springs on the chain, and then obviously it's attached with a quick link to my earth anchor. One little tip that I would have with these quick links is if you're going to set them on there, they're incredibly convenient to use, but they're also convenient for people to steal if they happen to find a trap. So make sure you set them with a pliers. That way, unless they happen to have a pliers in their backpack, they won't get your trap free. So I will finish this up and show you what the finished set looks like. More to come. Alright, quick little snippet. This is before it's covered. That's what the trap looks like. I'm going to be setting my bone here backed up against the tree. The reason why I prefer a 1 3/4 or a 1 1/2 is more the fact that it's an easier trap to conceal and has plenty of strength. They hit that smaller pan, you're going to catch them center of the paw. I rarely ever have a miss, and I have never had anything pull out of them yet. So that's the size of the hole, and I'll finish it up here and show you that. Alright, finally, here we go. Finished set. You can see the set itself is the trap's buried, and then strategically replace the debris, making sure there's no sticks or something that'll fall out the trap. There's my bone, and she's ready to roll. So that's what the finished flat set, bone set, they're kind of the same deal. I guess a traditional bone set would be more with an old deer skull, but these are really effective sets for catching trap-weary animals, particularly coyotes and foxes. Sometimes they get a little bit spooked by a dirt hole. So I like to mix and match, put a little bit of variety through the line. You don't want to do the same thing through a whole property, or they will get wise to you. So there's the setup. See what happens. More to come.